Yo, what's up, everybody? It's your boy Sam B. I'm back right here with the Tune Up Show. Child support. This topic is discussed in so many different circles amongst men, average men, high value, low value, middle value men. All men discuss this, but I'm so glad we're at a point now where we can discuss this out loud. Let's talk about it. Should it be totally abolished? Should it be highly scrutinized? Should active fathers still have to pay child support to a household that they don't even live in? Let's figure it out. Let's all do it together, all right? Tune in. Tune up. Yes, sir. So we are here with the Office of Child Support Services. Now, this is the actual child support services nationwide. This is their mission statement. The OCSS core mission is dedicated to establishing paternity and keep that in mind, is dedicated to establishing paternity. We'll find out. We'll find out if they upheld any of that. And obtaining child support in order to encourage responsible parenting, family self-sufficiency, and child well-being, and to recognize the essential role of both parents in supporting their children. The National Child Support Program assures that assistance in obtaining support is available to children through locating parents, establishing paternity, establishing and modifying support obligations, and monitoring and enforcing those obligations.
Lie.
Yeah. That's what y'all going with? Yeah, okay. All right. Okay. We can deal with this. We can talk about it.
A Tulsa man is ordered to pay child support for a baby that's not his.
Thomas tells us he wants to get Oklahoma law changed in hopes of helping other men in the same situation. News on 6 Crime reporter Lori Fulbright explains how the law works.
When Thomas's high school girlfriend got pregnant, he married her, and then 5 months later, she gave birth to a baby boy, and he believed he had a son. But as often happens with young marriages, theirs fell apart, and the boy was about 3 years old when Thomas decided to get a paternity test.
Comes back as 0%. I was in my office. I saw that. You know, I should have expected it, but I didn't.
Yeah. So that whole course mission statement, yeah. I mean, obviously everything starts off right? Everything starts off good, with good intentions, but just like social media, just like I don't know, I guess porn, whatever, church, the government, everything has good intentions at first. Everything starts off really, really good, but apparently it doesn't, right? Just like with this guy, okay? Just like with this guy, started off, he has to pay child support for a kid that's not even his.
The man she laid down with to pay for him, he goes free.
I never even slept with her.
It's happening to men across Michigan. They are being forced to pay child support as dads by default.
Doesn't matter. If the men can prove the children are not theirs, Michigan law makes them pay anyway.
But tonight, 7 Action News reporter Kim Russell tells us that may be about to change.
Most people think you either have to adopt or conceive a baby to become legally responsible for a child. Under Michigan law, that is simply not how it works.
I was the father by default.
These 4 men came to the 7 Action News studios to raise awareness. You could become dad by default. There are a couple ways it happens. Pastor Edward Mack says his previous wife had 3 children. He loved them as his own. Then he realized 2 of them were not biologically his.
Well, we know that middle one wasn't his. That baby looked white. The middle one, it ain't enough blood for that middle child. That middle child look white.
He must have been so heartbroken.
Damn, it was a hurting thing. I don't even really want to talk about it because it brings tears to my eyes.
I know.
Sorry for getting teary-eyed.
Pastor Mack says the betrayal led to divorce. He was shocked when the judge told him because he was married, he became dad by default. He had to pay support for another man's children.
What I tell y'all, get the test, get the See, that's what I try to tell you guys, man. They will never have mandatory DNA tests because that in itself, that whole system will implode on itself. Because see, there's a lot of lawyers, there's a lot of judges that get paid. They receive incentives off of charging men child support. Okay? Now, you got some cases where child support is okay. You got some cases where it's all good. Men are able to live good. Women are able to live good. Everyone's able to do good, right? But see, this is why it needs to be talked about on a federal level. This is why it needs to be more scrutinized, because you have fathers out here that are paying for children that aren't even theirs. And that's just that's just the nanny about it, because it's not fair. It's not fair that men have to pay for children that aren't theirs in a society that encourages women to have sex with whatever man that they want to have sex with. Raw diggity at that. That's crazy. How is the onus on the man when the sexual responsibility is absolved of the woman? I'm sorry, when the woman is absolved of sexual responsibility, but yet the financial responsibility is 100% on the man. Let's make it make sense, y'all. Please, let's make it make sense. It has to make sense. That's why I said, look, I saw another video where, I mean, it's all based off of hearsay, but there's actual proof out there that every time men put in DNA tests to see who if they're the fathers of those kids, guess what? There's at least 40% of men out here that are paying child support for children that aren't theirs.
I had two guys call in. They work at DNA testing centers. One guy had to quit. One guy still works there. He told me 40% of the children are not the man's child. 40%.
That's wild. That's dumb wild. I mean, so that's almost half. That's half. That's almost half. And that's just what's reported, y'all. So if it's 40% men on record that are paying for children that aren't theirs, yeah, it's definitely more. It's probably at about 65%, and that's just what it is. That's just what it is, man. That's just sick to me. That's real sick, and we need to get this all together.
I bet you money that if they got rid of child support, alimony, Section 8, and low-income housing, that there's a lot of women out there that would change their attitude overnight.
I mean, yeah. I totally agree with that, my guy. What you gonna do? If someone's promised to get $5,000 a month, and all they gotta keep doing is what they've been doing and disenfranchise their ex-husband or their baby dad, you don't think that woman's gonna take that bait?
Listen to this. To my ladies, child support is for non-active fathers. Child support is not fulfilled relationships. Let me say that one more time, because I know somebody's going to get upset, and I want you to get upset, because it's the truth. Child support is for non-active fathers. Child support is not fulfilled relationships. Please don't let that go over your head. Listen to this.
Yo, but he right though, and I'm about done with this anyway. I'll probably come back to this topic. That's why I do those paternity cases. That's why I do this stuff, because it's need to be said. There are a lot of men out, like me myself. You know, I got a child. I got a child myself, and you know, I'm always stuck wondering, hey, should I be paying into a household that I don't live in, nor do I have a say in, or whatever, right? I'm always wondering to myself. And I'm pretty sure men are wondering the same thing. What am I really paying into? Am I just is this just contribution, or is it child support? At the end of the day, it is contribution. You're contributing to a household that you have no say in. And that's really what it's all about. Okay? Because we are living in a society where it's being female led, female driven, and female influenced. So you got to ask yourself, ladies, ask yourself, is it really fair that you get to leave, right? You get to leave with the man's money and his child, take that child, raise it with someone else, and still get paid in the process? The whole point of leaving means that you're leaving for a better life. So that means anything before the life that you're leaving to go live, anything before that was not good. It was negative, right? So why would you want anything from this so-called negative life to bring into your supposedly good new life? Let's ask these questions. These questions need to be asked. But hey, hit me up in the comment board. Let me know. Tell me what you think. I'm out of here. Peace.